Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Y'all, happy birthday, Chicago. Happy 186th birthday.
That's wild.
That's wild.
It's a lot of birthdays.
Leave it to 77 Flavors of Chicago to celebrate this. You know? That's what we do. We on top of it. Situational awareness.
We are on top of it.
Yeah, go ahead. Fill out. Follow us on everything. 77 Flavors of Chicago. You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? Let's get it. 77 Flavors of Chicago right now.
It's Sarah.
And it's Dario.
And we traveled through all of Chicago's 77 community areas. We shared some great stories and took you to our favorite restaurants.
But you know what? There's more Chicago history and food to discover.
So join us as we connect you to the greatest city in the world.
You know why? Because this is 77 Flavors of Chicago. Yo.
Greatest city in the world, baby.
You know, GOAT. Bye. You know? GOAT City, baby. 186. What's happening?
GOAT City.
You know? Feels good. Feels good to be in third largest city in the country. And it's to celebrate the birthday. We had a great weekend, didn't we?
We had a wonderful weekend.
You know, it was honestly.
I'm exhausted.
Man, tired. Tired ain't the word.
It is not the word.
That ain't the word. Because your boy, I'm glad I finished my work early. Because I'm telling you, I was ready to take a nap.
Yeah.
I was definitely ready to take a nap.
Yeah.
After yesterday. And I slept a lot today. Actually, no, I didn't. I actually have not slept.
But you slept in. You slept until like 7.
10. That ain't sleeping in.
I was sleeping in for you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You're up with the crack of dawn.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait, how did they...
Shit, that's a good question.
How does the... No, that's a pigeon.
That's a bird call.
No, what's the...
Hey, man.
Wow, that is dumb.
We don't know what the hell a bird sound like.
I keep wanting to say but it's not.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
All right, that's enough. Please don't turn this off.
Yeah. Don't turn it off, man. This is that Chicago birthday party hangover.
Oh yeah.
Man, look, if you don't know,
sounds alcohol.
You know, so right. We didn't have it. It was public space. We didn't have kids running around there. Speaking of which, that was honestly one of a childhood dream to me. This was that was like a childhood dream to be able to throw a party like that in Chicago. And have it be
in
about
one of the
Chicago.
most iconic buildings in Chicago. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like one of the most iconic.
Yeah.
You know?
That was wild.
The John Hancock, 875 North Michigan Avenue for the nerds out there. You know, like it's
for the nerds.
For the nerds. The person listening to it that own the building is like
actually, it's 875. Shut the fuck up.
Go to sleep somewhere. No, but man, we had a great time. Shout out to World Business Chicago for putting on the book, the Food Stop, Chicago Food Stop, and asking us to be partners. Honestly, one of the greatest things that
they ever did.
You know, I mean, damn. It is though.
One of their best decisions.
You know what I'm saying? You got two legends in the house. You know? Gas up. You know what I mean? EV.
I mean, in my head, it's just you and me. I'm talking to you, so.
Yeah. Well, look, no, when I be speaking on this podcast, I talk to everybody. Anybody that listens.
I know, but the reason, if someone came up to us in person, I'd be like, oh my God.
Humble as hell.
I mean, I am. I would like to think I'm humble.
Yeah,
but honestly, that was an exhausting event to pull off.
It was.
But it was really fun. For anyone that was not there, we started off the day at 6 a.m., y'all.
Yeah.
We were at the Hancock at 6:20-ish. Mm-hmm. WGN showed up at 6:30, 6:45. And they started filming at 7.
Yeah.
They stopped filming at 10:30.
Yeah, right around there.
At the end of their show.
Yeah.
At the morning news. And then the event actually started at 11. Mm-hmm. People started showing up. But before that, Wiener Circle had showed up.
Man.
We had Miss Londa. With the birthday cake.
Miss Londa with the birthday cake was getting
2
all
cakes.
Two.
She had 2 cakes. We'll talk more about that.
Yeah.
We had Eli's cheesecake all set up for WGN. And then it opened up to the public at 11. Everyone showed up for the 186 free hot dogs.
You know, man, we gave out way more than 186.
I know.
Tell you that much.
It was supposed to be 186. And then we sang happy birthday. The mayor showed up. For a birthday song. And then we had a caricature artist drawing people. And then we had a little bit of a kind of like a reset of the space between 3 and 4:30, 4 o'clock. We had free pizza, and then we had a comedy show from 5 to 6.
Yeah, buddy, led by yours truly. We had that base rocking. Not gonna lie.
My social battery is drained after that event.
I'm telling you, it was so fun. I was sitting there at one point when we first started the day, and I was just like, dang, we really doing this. And then when it started cracking, I mean, shout out to Slumu with the slime.
About Slumu.
Yeah, Slumu, Herbie Pop, was there also with special birthday popcorn.
Herbie Pop made a birthday mix.
Yeah.
Listen, that one
fire.
Crazy. We'll talk about that in the food segment.
Yeah, I'm about to say sell that. But we, like you said, we gonna get that. But like I was just like, yo, this is great. We actually doing this. Yeah. Like. We like when all the news stations start rolling up and the radio and everything, that's when I was like, yo, this is like different. Like, it was crazy. It was, shout out to Dion who called me this morning and was like, he's like, yo, you threw a birthday party for Chicago. You know what I mean? Like that's different. Like it felt good. Apparently, Eli's Cheesecake, they used to be at the forefront of throwing birthday party for Chicago. The pandemic set in and that hadn't happened. So it was great to have Eli, Eli's Cheesecake.
Yeah, they made a big ass cheesecake.
Huge cheesecake. They were here with us to celebrate. We kind of brought it back.
A two-tier.
We spoke with the one of the owners of Eli.
Not the owners, the founders.
The founders, yeah.
Well, the founder's son and his wife.
Yep, yeah. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I think they own it now, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it was so dope.
It was amazing
to do that, and then we just had fun throughout the whole day. I mean, we recorded the podcast in between. We was working. We was working that day.
We were.
You want to tell the people what we gonna do
today?
Yeah, with today's episode.
Oh yeah.
You said today. Tell them tomorrow.
Well, no. So today's episode, we're basically going to talk about the milestone birthdays of the city. So we'll start with the 21st, the 30th, the 40th, the 50th, 100, 150.
Yeah, buddy. Because we was like, look.
How can we make this a birthday celebration, but also still give you some historical
that nobody has ever done like this?
I mean, we don't know.
No, we know. We know. Ain't nobody going through like, what did you do? What did Chicago do on your 21st birthday? You know what I mean? 30th birthday.
WTW gonna come out and be like,
actually, here's the link.
Actually, we did there's a YouTube video from 15 years ago. That's my favorite source for historical entertainment is WTW.
They be having some lit things.
Their YouTube channel has a bunch of videos from like over a decade ago.
Well, they be talking about some everything.
Yeah.
But don't watch them. Watch us.
You can watch both.
You can.
Theirs are like
watch us
there's
first.
one. Well, first thing is their shit is boring. It's like dry.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? We're ridiculous.
Yeah, we be giving facts.
We're ridiculous, unhinged, disrespectful at times.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
You ain't been as disrespectful lately. At the end of the
Jeffrey
show,
Bear is not cussing on his show. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. He not. Yeah. We talking shit.
Yeah. Jeffrey Bear is giving you the facts straightforwardly.
Hey, speaking
and
of
if
which,
that's your vibe,
y'all should keep listening because you never know who might pull up to the podcast. You never know who might pull up.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's get started. Let's talk about what did you do for your 21st birthday?
I was very drunk.
Damn.
I was in college. And I just went out to the bars. If you've been to Illinois State, and if you know that area, there's a strip of bars in Bloomington on Main Street. And we just went from bar to bar. Yeah. And I don't remember getting home. Just remember waking up on the couch, wanting to throw my stomach out. That was the last time I ever blacked out.
Damn, that's wild. You want to know what I did on my 21st?
What?
My 21st. So check this out. I was in the basement. Joe Apollo. I don't know if he's listening, but Joe Apollo, Josh Starr, and Daryl.
Oh, wow.
Daryl Norman. We was all together in Joe's house. We down in the basement. We were like we always do, playing video games, drinking. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he's doing that thing, and all of a sudden, you know, your boy got a little drunk. You know, I got a little drunk. I got sleepy. But I remember having to go out and get some liquor. We snuck. we looked old enough. You know what I mean? Actually, Joe had been 21, so he was picking up for us, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, we got the alcohol. We came back. I was knocked out in bed, back in my house, sleep.
Wow.
By 10:30. Missed my 21st birthday midnight. Missed it. I woke up the next day. And I don't remember what I did that day, but it wasn't eventful.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't drink anymore, because you don't remember memorable moments.
You don't remember.
Yeah, actually, one of the bars that we went to used to be my favorite bar, and I went with my college roommate Z. Shout out to her. And we drift. It's called Drifters. It's like a shithole. Really, it is. There's no furniture whatsoever. There's like two not video games, but like arcades.
Yeah.
And then a bar. And everyone at Drifters, we already knew. So like you walk in, oh, it's your birthday, they buy you a shot. And that's literally what took me out. It was like shot after shot after shot.
Yeah, them shots to get you. Them shots to put you out. I don't want to do this to Daryl, but I forgot. We went to Excalibur.
What is that?
There was an old club right there on Dearborn. I think it's Ohio and Dearborn right there. We went to Excalibur and then came back and went to Sammy's, and that's how the legend of Sammy's started that night.
Wow.
But let's talk about what Chicago did on its birthdays. We're going to start at the 21st birthday. 21st birthday was 1858, and that is the year. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of shit happening. Let's preface that. There's a lot of stuff that happened in these years. We're picking out one cool thing, right?
Okay.
Or one thing we talk about.
Yeah.
1858, the first brick or / masonry building in Chicago was raised and moved. Yeah, it was moved. So y'all know how they lift buildings up and they move them sometimes 90 degrees. I think that's the most recent building. They moved 90 degrees for the train tracks last year. So the first building was raised in that year. It was raised 6 feet 2 inches. The building came in weighing at 750 tons, 4 stories, 70 feet long, and was located at Randolph and Dearborn.
Did they put something under it? Is that why they raised it?
Yes. So it used two, jack joiners, jack lifters or something like that it's called. So it used 2 of those to move the building, raise the building that 6 feet 2 inches. Crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That was the 21st birthday. 30th birthday. Here's what I did on my 30th birthday.
Okay.
Halfway through my 30th year, right, I got Bell's palsy.
That's wild.
Yes. I was in the bathroom, and I was looking at the mirror. My face looked a little different, right? But I was like, I didn't have my glasses on because I was brushing my teeth. I was getting ready. I threw some water on my face. Maybe let me wake up. And then I was brushing my teeth, and I couldn't spit right. And it was like slurring out of my goddamn slurring right. It's a whole puddle over here.
Wow.
Now. But it was like just dripping out of my mouth. And I looked at my face and I was like, yo, am I having a stroke? I remember calling my dad and was like, hey, we need to go to the hospital. We darted over to the hospital. And that's when they diagnosed me with Bell's palsy. So
that's wild.
That's wild. Your 30th birthday is coming up.
My 30th birthday is this year in August.
Yeah. I'm sure we gonna have some fun. I mean, whether we be here in America or in Illinois, I don't know. We're gonna do something.
We always take a trip for my birthday.
We always do. So that we're gonna be somewhere. Chicago. Now this is a good one. This is a great 30th birthday. When we did this, we didn't plan these out, y'all. We obviously, I mean, obviously, but it's just crazy the parody.
Yeah.
Chicago's 30th birthday year, 1867. The construction of the water tower started.
Wow.
Unreal. Like that's
right
crazy.
Across the street from where we were.
Right there.
Won't he do it?
William W. Boyington was the architect, and he is also known for the archway that is in Rose Hill. So if you go over to Rose Hill, you'll see some more of his work. But
yeah, it's like it's almost identical.
Yeah, it's pretty much
the same
literally
thing. The same.
Yeah, it's crazy. So that is what happened that year. Now the building was completed in 1869, so 2 years later. Yeah. Which we know 2 years after that it had to survive a fire.
Wild.
So,
and it did.
So if you ever done that,
it's the oldest surviving building.
One of the oldest surviving buildings. Most of the buildings actually are from, and we had another side project. Excuse me, damn, take a shot, y'all. We had another side project, y'all, that we were working on. Hopefully we get this going again. But most of the buildings that were that survived the Great Chicago Fire were built right around 1867.
Wow, good construction that year.
Pretty amazing. Yeah, great
so
construction.
The water tower is like two buildings, no?
Yes, the Chicago Water Works.
Right across the street from each other?
Mm-hmm. Chicago Water Works.
Okay. One is now like a museum.
Yeah, it's a little museum that you can walk through. The other one is the pumping station that actually it's what Chicago used to pump the water to the city.
And then the mall is also called Water Tower
Place. Water Tower Place.
Water Tower Place. Okay,
yes.
Okay,
Water Tower Place. That of
That's
course
the one
did
that
not.
has the Harry Potter stuff in it right now.
Does it?
Yeah. As the immersive. I don't know if it's like an experience.
Man, we need to go.
It's an experience. Yeah.
Bring my wands out and everything. 40th birthday. Let's talk about it. 10 years later, 1877. I turn 40 next year. So I hope that's a good one. Yeah, it's wild.
It's gonna be a great one.
It's gonna be a great. No doubt. God got it. 40th birthday. So now this is where not every year was a good year. You know what I mean? The big story here was the Great Railroad strike that hit America at that time.
Yeah.
It was tough times, right? Mm-hmm. Strikes, especially around that time when you had, a bunch of people working, transcontinental and all that kind of stuff. Strikes happen. And in Chicago in particular, the strike was bad, like I'm sure everywhere, but people they were picketing and they were doing all kind of rioting and this looting and stuff. Long story short, they wanted fair wages and work and all that kind of stuff. That especially think about it, 1877. I'm sure shit was bad.
It was horrendous.
Horrible.
I'm sure.
So in that they estimate that about 14 to 30 people died.
Wow.
Because of the rioting and everything like that. It's just absolutely crazy. And then over 100 more injured.
Wow.
Because of this. So that was just in Chicago. So wow. Shit. That's tough.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's tough. And we are fresh off of 6 years removed from from the Chicago Fire. Yeah. 6 years from the Chicago Fire. So yeah, we just these times was tough. We had a rough little stretch right there.
Yeah.
Limp to the World's Fair. Shit. Now also, which by the way, the 50th birthday, 10 years later after that, of course, 1887. All this is happening, as Chicago is kind of preparing and bidding for the World's Fair, right? Mm-hmm. It's starting to ramp up now, especially 1887, because, now we're starting to annex a couple things. The big annexations happened 2 years after this, 1889. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting to see, what's going on in Chicago. 50th birthday. Now, this one is another Chicago staple, y'all. This one is one that I was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
1887, softball was created. The softball was created here.
That's wild.
Yeah, here in Chicago, the softball. Now here, y'all, I know y'all probably like softball, the game, but was created. It was created here, but the softball was created.
Like the actual ball?
The actual ball was created in 1887 by George Hancock, and it was crafted from boxing glove laces.
Wow.
And the actual size was unknown at the time, and the reason why it's significant, if you are listening outside of Chicago and wondering, about this, the softball is like a mush ball. It's soft. You know what I mean? Like when you get it, it's
idiot.
Right? It's a different type of ball. That was invented here in Chicago. Here's this. It wasn't used until the Century of Progress, 1933, when the ball at that time was a 14-inch ball, and it was used. It was used in front at a tournament that hosted 70,000 people for our second World's Fair. Yeah, crazy.
I would have loved to be at a World's Fair.
Yeah, I mean, especially the second one. The second one was probably better for black folks than it was.
Right. I would have loved to be a middle-aged white man at a World's Fair.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it was fun then.
I would never say that.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah. But it was fun, I'm sure, you know, for them. But no, this was actually the second World's Fair was actually pretty fun for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, especially you got Negro Leagues is going right around that time. The baseball just the All-Star game just started for the first time.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, 1887. That was Chicago's 50th birthday. We got the softball.
What do you think is equivalent to the World's Fair?
Ooh, I mean, because you got to think the World's Fair at that time was like. I mean, that's a good question. I don't want to say the Olympics because the Olympics is sport, right? You know what I mean? Like, but to have a gathering of creation and the in new inventions and stuff like that. I would say that we got things like the CES, the Consumer Electronics Show that happens in Vegas all the time. Conventions like that where you show off different things because that's what the World's Fair were. It was more of like each country showed off what it did, right? Right. Basically. That's what it was. So it was like Chicago. You came to Chicago and you saw what the United States had going on, and of course things from other places came and it's the World's Fair. So everybody brought stuff to it, but there's nothing like that anymore. I don't think. I don't know.
I don't know.
That'd be interesting to see. I would imagine the tickets to go to the World's Fair now. Oh Lord.
There are. Okay, so I just did like a quick little search. There is Expo. Expo is just
what
they had Expo 2020 in Dubai.
Oh, is that? Yeah, but that shit look Dubai. Yeah. What's going on?
Okay.
Time to go, yo. Yeah.
I guess that's the same. Expo?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But is it the same? Yeah. Apparently it is.
No.
I don't know. Maybe we'll see if they still do World's Expos. 100. Let's jump all the way ahead, y'all. Let's jump all the way ahead. Birthday 100. What happened that year? That was 1937. Now, again, this is not a good one. I'm going to hurry and fast forward. The Memorial Day Massacre. Oh. Lord have mercy. Here's what happened there. It started with the, I think it was the Little Steel Workers Union, which was the Steel Workers Oriented Committee, Organizational Committee. I think the SWOC is what it is. So they, the strike happened. And, of course, again, steel workers were just going through it. This is probably like they umpteenth strike at this point, right? Yeah. And so that's happening. But what happened here in Chicago, again, unfortunately, there was picketers, there were rioters, there were protesters, there were police, there were, there's the typical, strike rioting type of things that was happening back then. Yeah. What happened in this situation was that the police, Chicago police, killed 10 unarmed protesters and picketers, and that caused a huge uproar because that was wild, really wild back at that time. You know what I mean? Again, this is like the second or third occasion, major occasion where rioting and picketing like that for like strikes happen. So maybe not even the third time, but like it's happened a bunch by this point.
Well, this is like
1937.
The Industrial Revolution had to happen for this people to start thinking about labor laws, and people had to be working in unreasonable conditions for a while for them to be for that need to talk about rights to come about.
Right, so, 1937. No, this is probably like the
this is the Great Depression.
Right,
and
right. You got a lot of shit going on.
You have the World War II is about to happen.
Yeah, you got a lot of shit.
They didn't know at the time, but you're barely recovered from World War One. You hit the Great Depression, and there's a lot happening around the world.
A lot of craziness. And for the last one, 150th birthday. For the 150th birthday,
1987.
Hey, 1987. This was the year that Mayor Harold Washington won his second he was reelected.
Wow.
Yeah, to a second term in office.
And he was the first black mayor.
First black mayor in Chicago's history. 1987, 3 years later, 3 years after your boy was born. Hey, you know, this is fun. This was that we could have done more, but I feel like those were like the key birthdays. I think
those are good.
Nobody cares about what happened. You were 60, 70, 80, 90. Nobody cares about those. Ain't that crazy? Do you? Do you really care? You don't hear nobody be like, man, you turned 60.
I feel like time is a man-made thing anyway, so who cares at all? But also, it's nice to celebrate. So
it's very nice.
I'm torn between cynical and sentimental. That's where I lay.
Yeah, definitely.
Cynical or sentimental. Yeah. Time is man-made. Just be present in the moment, but also it's nice to celebrate. I love birthdays. I used to hate my birthday, but I love celebrating other people's birthdays. I love giving people gifts. I love planning parties. I love celebrating my birthday.
Yeah.
I love getting gifts.
Yeah, I was never a big birthday person, you know, just because I didn't really get a lot of the birthday parties. But like these last few years, I celebrated, you know, you threw a couple parties for me. Then we now I'm like, I had those. Now I'm like, I'm good. Let's travel. Yeah. So like traveling is way better to me. Plus it's like Christmas to us every year. You know what I mean? Like every day of the year. So like I mean, birthday for me, I don't know. I just get what I want later.
I know, but we celebrate you being born.
Hey, look, shoot,
we're just grateful you're here.
Hey, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Let's give you.
Is that what I get a coin for?
Get a coin for that.
So even the coin that I get has to do with you.
Come on now.
I couldn't have. I said Harold Washington was the first black mayor of Chicago. Didn't get a coin for that shit.
There you go.
You would have given yourself a coin for that. No, too late now. I don't want this.
You said it again.
Don't patronize me. I don't need that.
Wow.
Whatever.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Yeah. We can go to break and talk about the food.
Yeah, I need time to calm down.
you need to reset.
I need a reset.
Not a lot of food this time. We're gonna mention some things and kind of talk about what
we have a little surprise for you. So if you usually
surprise.
skip the food section, maybe don't skip it this time.
Right. Yeah, actually, you don't want to skip this time. But we're gonna go to break. 77 Flavors Chicago. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the food portion of this episode. So this episode, we're going to talk about all the food that we had at the birthday party.
Yeah, buddy. And
we had a couple different things that went on that were really great. We had, like we mentioned, we had Eli's cheesecake. Make a, it was kind of like the traditional cheesecake, the cookie crust, the cheese, and then a strawberry topping.
Glazed, y'all. We saw it live. She was glazing the strawberries.
Decorated live. They also had individual slices of chocolate chip cheesecake, which was also wonderful. And then we had Miss Londa.
Yeah.
Who has been a day one listener to the podcast.
One. Miss Londa, this for you. That's for you. Let me give you some volume. There it is.
We absolutely love her. She's been our most loyal listener since the beginning. Honestly, she's seen our journey since we started off sounding like a 6th grade book report to now sounding like a senior year book report.
You know, well, we only slack a little bit. We made it now. We good. You know.
But when we were talking about birthday cakes, we couldn't think of anyone better to include on this day.
Had to.
You know, the mayor cut her cake. She was on WGN decorating.
Boy, she was on. She was on WGN. She was on
WBEZ.
WBEZ got interviewed by WBE. Yeah, right. WBBM.
Just Google Miss Londa's cakes. We follow her on Instagram, so if you look through the people we follow, just type Miss Londa. You can find her. She makes wonderful cakes. Great cupcakes. We love her cupcakes. We literally ordered one of each.
She had 2 cakes there. Both of them bad boys slapped. I mean,
literally, like people were coming back like, please, I need more.
Man, one dude pushed me out the way just to take a picture of it. I was like, slow down. First of all, I'm big. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So
no, I ain't get pushed.
If you are looking for a cake, check out Miss Londa.
Yeah.
This is not paid. She did not pay us to say this. We just like her, you know.
Even if she did. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, shit is good, you know? What else we had?
Also had...
I was going to say Herbie Pop.
Herbie Pop.
She wasn't there.
Herbie Pop made a special birthday popcorn. And Herbie Pop makes... Their slogan is the other Chicago popcorn.
Yeah.
And they make wonderful flavor popcorn, really unique ones. They make a Sicilian crunch that kind of tastes like a pizza spice.
Yeah. Had that for pizza day.
They make a mango nada. A mango nada, right?
Something like that shit. You ask me, I'm like,
they taste so good and they're so unique.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah,
it's vegan.
It is vegan.
Vegan popcorn.
The
y'all.
owner is vegan, so there is no butter in it. And they're so good. They're flavors from around the world, right? So you have a masala flavor. You have one that's a vanilla bean flavor.
Yeah.
Honestly, super unique ones. So check them out. Irby Pop.
Now before we slide by that though, the thing with her and how she does that is she doesn't make. She's not like a cook. I asked her because I was like, this popcorn is too good. Yeah. And she just put the stuff together based off of how she the taste.
You don't need to be a trained chef to know what good flavor is. You know what I mean? Yeah. Some people are born with that distinguished tongue.
I mean, like she's like
she said.
Let me go ahead and give it to you.
That's for you, Byron. But no, for real, her flavors are great. Irby Pop, check her out. She's on Instagram. You can order online. You can actually get the box of all the popcorns that she makes from around the world for like $150. I think it's like 14 bags of popcorn or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you need to check it out. Like she doing big things out here.
Yeah.
With Irby Pop. What else we have?
We also had Wiener Circle.
Wiener Circle.
Are they German?
Frankfurter. You know, that's a you know.
It's Vienna beef.
Yeah.
We had Wiener Circle slanging glizzies.
It was glizzies all over the place. It was dancing glizzies.
Yeah. there were two people from the World Business Chicago team dressed as hot dogs. 3 people dressed as hot dogs. And Medium, who is on their social media team, named them Glizzies in the City.
Glizzies in the City. Man.
But yes, so the hot dogs that Wiener Circle already serves Vienna beef hot dogs, but we also had Vienna beef kind of donated the hot dogs for the event for Wiener Circle. They also gave us some cool hats. They gave us some koozies, some stickers, and they gave us 2 little special things.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, I feel like I don't even need to review Wiener Circle hot dogs. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
we've had them on. They are Chicago staple. They are fantastic.
Yeah.
If you haven't been there, go there. If you want a safe PG, go there before nighttime. If you about that life, go see if you can handle it.
I dare you to go after 9
I dare you. Do.
They also have a beautiful back patio and a bar. So you can get your drink on.
It was so dope to have them there. Yeah. But Vienna beef. Shout out to Vienna beef.
Shout out to Vienna beef.
Another Chicago staple, which started at the World's Fair. So
So actually, in the food stop, you can go and you can see pictures of Vienna beef from their original cart at the World's Fair. So
go ahead.
You know what time it is.
Yep.
So Vienna beef was so generous to give us 2 $75 gift cards.
Yes.
That you have the chance to win.
Yeah, buddy.
For anything off their website.
Yeah.
Including, what I would personally go for is the pack that has the hot dogs, the buns, the relish, the peppers, the celery salt, and the mustard. Yeah. That would be my personal choice.
Yeah, that definitely be mine.
But your $75 voucher is for anything.
Yeah.
Anything on their website you can buy. And the way you can win this is right now you can go to our Instagram page. Well, if you're listening to this before like 9 a.m., maybe wait till 9 a.m. on Monday. But 9 a.m. on Monday, go to our Instagram page. You will see a giveaway post. All you have to do is like the post, tag a person in that post, and comment your favorite Chicago memory.
Yes. That's it.
And, make sure you're following us, because if you're not following us and you do all this shit, we're not going to choose you.
Yeah, right. Right. You got to follow.
You got to be following us. And then the more entries you have, the more stories you share, the more likely you are to win. We're just going to put all the names in a randomizer, and we're going to pick next week on the episode. Yeah. Next Monday, you'll find out if you win. And maybe we'll share your story. Or maybe we'll share some stories.
Yeah. So we got 2 of them. So there will be 2 winners.
There will be 2 winners. We have 2 $75 gift cards. who doesn't like some Vienna beef?
Right? You know what I'm saying? You know? And so go ahead, get yours. Get your game on. So
game on.
This is gonna be like a fun giveaway. And shout out to Vienna Beef for being dope as hell.
Yeah.
And
for providing all the hot dogs.
Hot dogs, the gift cards. We love this. We love Vienna Beef already. You already know what time it is. Hey, we go shopping, getting the stuff. I want all the Vienna Beef the seasons. Like I don't want the I want the Vienna Beef relish. I want the Vienna Beef.
He refuses to like get the regular other like the any other brand.
Why? You know what I'm saying? Why? Give me what they do. That's what I want.
I know they do it best.
They do it best. You know, in my opinion, of course. but it's fact almost. Anyway,
is it?
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. I ride for my city. I ride.
You really would.
You know what I'm saying? Look, hey, even if I'm wrong, I'm right. God damn it.
What's your favorite Chicago memory?
My favorite Chicago... Man, look. If I got to say favorite Chicago memory, it's got to be 77 Flavors of Chicago. Yeah? Hell yeah. Without a doubt. This is to be listened to in the city, you know, and talk about the city every week for the last year and a half, almost 2. Yeah. You know, and have Chicagoans come up to us and be like, hey, I know you. The news media, all the coverage we got, you know, we about to cross 100,000, you know, downloads. Yeah. This by far is my favorite Chicago memory. Now, if you take this out of it, man, I would say my favorite Chicago memory probably, you know, like, you know, being over my grandmama's house, you know, in the summertime, you know, like summertime shy on the block, you know what I mean? Like, we was on 79th and Paulina, you know, for the longest time. Lived on Walcott for a little bit. It was fun, you know, those days, you know what I mean? Like, but if those two would be my favorite Chicago memory by far.
I love that.
What's yours?
That's a great question. It's really hard to pick because I have like childhood memories of visiting here, and for me it was like so romanticized. But I think my favorite thing, and this might seem so minuscule, but when I moved back to the city after I was in college, I remember when I was in college, I used to come to the city from ISU to get my hair cut, and because I have naturally curly hair, and so there are no hairdressers in Bloomington normal cutting natural curly hair, so I had to come to the city, and I would come once every 10 weeks or so, and I used to love where the hair salon was located. I was like, I would love to live here someday. Like I used to take the Metro from, you know, the Joliet. It just used to be a trip. You know what I mean? Every time I came here, I was just so amazed. I was like, I would love to live here someday. And then when I moved to the city after like years and years and years, I was like, okay, now I'm settled. Let me go get I remembered the salon, and I was like, let me go get my hair cut. And I looked it up, and it was 3 minutes from where I live. Wow. And I was like, look at this manifestation of this moment. Go. I literally live in the neighborhood that I wanted to live in when I was like 19 years old.
These are called shots. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like this is what you do for a living.
That realization moment was my favorite. But also we spent a lot of time on the Southside beaches, and I used to love that. That used to be my favorite summer memory with my family, and so yeah. Man,
look, Chicago's so dope, man. These memories just gonna keep on coming. Honestly, like
obviously the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, like
that's just like unmatched.
Yeah, it's just like crazy to think. What's your favorite? You know, like memory, man. Like this. It's so like I think the podcast hand over fist. Obviously,
for sure. The experiences we've had are like unreal.
I mean, we've talked to like some legendary guests. We talked to some legendary Chicago businesses.
Being in the WGN radio office and looking over the city from that that room was wild.
Yeah. Man, look, our memories can go on and on. We want to hear your memories of Chicago.
Yes.
What's like a favorite memory? Let us know. Yeah, you could DM. You can talk. You could do, you know, comment. That's gonna be your best way. If you have, are we asking? Tag one person. If you can keep on tagging people, that's more entries. We're gonna randomly draw it, like Sarah said already, next Monday. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
That's all, folks. If you like this episode, hey. Send someone you like, maybe the same person you're going to tag in that Instagram post, and help you win some hot dogs.
You know, glizzy.
Some Vienna beef merch.
You know?
Perhaps.
Man, I'm looking at this website. It's lit.
Spend your money whatever you want to spend. If you did not like this episode, Go ahead, enter and tell us that you didn't like this episode so we can shit on you.
Anyway, that's it.
That's all, folks.
Peace out.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. We really hope you enjoyed that. Please follow us on all social media at 77 Flavors Shy. And if you have any ideas and things you want to learn about, please email us at media@77flavorsshy.com.
Yeah, and if you could, also head on over to our YouTube channel, same thing, 77 Flavors Shy, and give us a follow, give us a like, and give us a good rating there. Make some comments.
Only
Go ahead and
if you
subscribe.
like it.
We love y'all. See you next week.